saw the signs for so long, just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home. Stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, closing in. I keep going in, going in. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, win and got the medals.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Nifty move. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. As he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Dropping these balls while I brush my teeth. Flipping this verse like a boomerang.
Into the air right away is Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. They've got his man complete. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the first play of the game. 78 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Allen now looks to throw. To the right side, that's where Tillman is. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. Up past the 40, second down coming up. You talk about this Lions defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently fourth toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Second down and 8. To throw, it's Williams. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a third down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
To the air, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Panthers first down.
They'll go play action here with Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Take Bigsby with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Allen going to audible to a different look. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 yards yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Lions at 1-7 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
What is up?
From the gun, Bigsby. And he's got room. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from their work. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's going to use his legs here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there. And a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way, take it where they can, all the way to the end zone.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Bigsby. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, nice job there, putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
What is it?
Bigsby is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
What is up?
Another run by Bigsby. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll go. Here's Williams. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. In his own end zone, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last too long. Don't have the time in the diaries. No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty of boy for all of us. Now bring out the drums and my homies got me doing that they say wouldn't work. Bring out the get a load of the place with them got. I see the bumps that we wish we had in the ditch.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From his end zone on 3rd and long, Allen. They'll get this one complete to Winslow. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down the sideline he goes. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Handoff now. It's Gray with it. Down to the 25. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8. They run again here with Gray. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 19-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Now Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Lions are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Monday. Hey, what's the back on this play? What's the back on this play? Hey, tight.
Here's Allen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta taking it in. And the Lions go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker, the penalty flag had to come out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Looking to put a drive together. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a lucky play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And Bigsby once more. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's Williams. Open man is Yoshibas. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And the Panthers first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Panthers first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On the carry, Bigsby. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Wright's got it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
A very important third down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Bigsby. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A run here with Bigsby. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Williams going to sneak it. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Ryland up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A beautiful fake. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
To throw, Williams. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Second down in the yard. Throwing is Williams. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outrun two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw is Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Good.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. So from the 37, here's second down and 2. From the gun, here's Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He got a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think part of
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Now Williams throwing to start the drive. He's got room to roam. And down to the 7-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he threw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Williams. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adonai Mitchell. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. An extra point by Ryland, up and good. And a lead now up to 14.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 29, here's second and a couple. To the air, Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The former third overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, with how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third and 5. Allen going to throw. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it. And hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Allen. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
Now 2nd and 9. Allen to throw once more. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back, unsuccessfully.
Play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Off the play fake, it's Williams. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. Andre Yoshibas, 76 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Lions 17. Chad Ryland to kick off.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun handoff, Blue. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Allen. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Damone Clark. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
He'll take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And they see right through that defensively. As he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at about the 43. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Chad Ryland on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trimmed that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Damone Clark. Down to the 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point by Ryman, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. That is caught by Laporta. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Allen to throw it. Now be complete to Blue. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. For 30 more yards and another first down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders aren't taking it away.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Look out!
Jacobs. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. And it's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
319! What's that?
To throw, it's Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Ready, set. LeBron, slam left. Go, LeBron.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
16-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just haven't been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, these guys are now going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Brown 80. Look out.
Back to throw. Allen. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Hey, tight. Right, 80.
One final try here for Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Ready to hunt. Here we go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They did.